Alright, welcome everybody. Sorry for the delay here. Just wanted to give a update on my last video. Some people had actually asked me questions, so let me just give a quick rundown. Basically, in a nutshell, I've been struggling pretty hard with Paladin and EverQuest at high levels. So I went to the forums and got some much needed advice. Uh, and I'm really grateful for it. Thank you for those of you who assisted me. Seriously, when you see this, you'll understand why I'm so grateful. Alright, so basically my weakness was twofold. First and foremost was I had no augmentations in my armor that was really killing my stats. And it wasn't a conscious choice, it was just as I was leveling up, I was basically grinding on mobs because I had to do it solo or with a merc. So I couldn't really get a bunch of augs. And with the content being, 20 years of, expansions, it's kind of hard to keep track of everything, especially when the newest thing I've found is, I don't know, 6 years old as far as most relevant information goes. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I was able to fix quite a lot, actually. I'm still filling out gear, but as you can see, I've got augs, it's coming along, and, I'm doing pretty good here. So that front is progressing. The other thing I was really struggling with, and it was almost immediately pointed out, I was using macros, socials, for multiple commands, try and help me keep up with the mobs basically wailing on me. And a couple of guys, one of them Szilent, I believe his name is, with a Z in particular, suggested that multi-binds was actually the way to go as a paladin. And for those of you who don't know, a multi-bind is when you bind multiple abilities to the same key on your keyboard, or if you have one of those cool multi-button mouse, you could do it that way. I have it set for my E key, and it's been a complete game changer. These mobs I would struggle with. I'd be constantly smashing the heal buttons, reaching for discs and everything else. And it turns out, yeah, I don't need to do that anymore. So just to show you what I mean here, I am going to completely ditch this merc. I don't need it. And we're going to take this Sarnak. So let's see if my multi-binds actually hold up to what I think they do. And just for everyone else, I'm going to give you the super long combat chat box here so you can actually try and keep up. I really can't, but I had a couple people in my last video ask why I don't have combat scrolling, and I'm not quite sure why you'd want to have this like flashing in your face at all times. It goes too fast for me to even begin to read it. So, but it's here. I mean, if y'all want to pause the video and see some numbers, hey, you can go right ahead. Come here, Mr. Sarnak. Oh, first let's get rid of my corpse. I love the hide corpse macro. If you don't have this, it's fantastic. Just copy that. And it's beautiful. It gets rid of all the bodies. It's pretty much old EQ knowledge at this point, but hey, somebody might not know. Alright, so we're going to go with the Sarnak Burninator. Just to give you an idea, here's what I have memmed. And again, you can pause the video at any time, obviously, to see anything that I'm highlighting. What's on my multi-bind? Well, quite a bit now, actually. The current multi-bind, has spell gems 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Those are all on multi-bind. Also on multi-bind is this entire bar, which consists of 3 AA stuns, my combat disc that absorbs 2 hits, it's called Spurn at this level, and then a couple of the Paladin offensive AA or combat discs, which they're kind of helpful. they add extra attacks, and then one of them actually generates extra hate and heals me, and makes the group that I'm in generate less hate. So it's handy. I'm probably not going to, and before anyone says it, I'm probably not going to be activating anything on the combat bar because I want to show how much my hit points can keep up without it. So don't anybody panic and start commenting that, oh, you never activated your defensive combat discipline. I am aware of this. I am telling you this up front. I probably won't use it. Alright. So let's see what we can do here. Let's see. What do we want to pull with? Let's just pull with the standard. Alright, engage combat, and here we go. One of the gentlemen on the EQ forums said to me that ABC should be your mantra. Always be casting. Well, I think he'd be proud of me at this point. As you can see, my hit points are not dropping. They're not dropping. I'll take a little bit of damage, but then my twin cast heals and my discs put me right back to full. So I don't even have to concern myself with defensive discs. This is why I'm not using them. Again, don't panic. My stuns are kicking off. Spurn is going off every single time as it refreshes. Now, the only thing that concerns me right now is, and you'll see it when it kicks off, is one of my stuns pushes the mob way back. And there it goes again. And I'm not entirely sure if I should be multi-binding that. I may actually end up pulling that off. As fun as that is, I'm worried of a situation where I push the mob back to the point where I'm drawing more aggro. And on situations like this, where I'm just out here in Frontier Mountains, it's not a big deal. I mean, I can handle 2, 3, 4 mobs at a time now, I'm willing to bet. I'm actually going to try that in this video, see what happens. But in group or raid situations, I may end up pulling mobs that you're not supposed to pull. And I may get my group killed because of it. So I'm not entirely sure if I should leave that in or not. And yes, I'm chattering along, and I do apologize for that. Now, mind you, it does take me forever to kill something. Paladin. I kill them faster if I follow up. Like when I knock them back, if I move up, I'll keep swinging. And that'll kill them faster. But then I end up in situations where the mob just kind of walks towards me, past me, and I can't see it anymore. But I think you guys shouldn't really... Oh, and just so we're clear, no, I didn't activate any of these. I want to see the effects without boosting my offensive disciplines and my defensive disciplines. I want to try and get this as baseline as possible. A lot of the Pally AA are on long cooldowns, so if they're all down, I want to see what the character can do without them activated. Which, as you can see, I'm not really taking any damage per se, and things seem to be going pretty well. And because it's a Burninator, I'm stopping its casting completely. And there it goes. Alright, now, we're not done yet. There's one more thing. I'm going to give y'all what you want. I'm going to pop everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this, and I'm going to get his buddy. I'm going to start combat, and I'm going to pop all my offensive and my defensive discs, and we're going to get started. Let's see how this works now. Oh, and I do have Shackles of Tunari on my hotbar. It's right here. So yes, technically speaking, I could knock one of these back and root it. I'm not doing that on purpose. Again, I'm trying to see how much damage the character can withstand and how many mobs it can tank. Yes, I am well aware there are things I could be doing to mitigate what I'm currently getting smacked by. Alright, so we're starting to get low on... Oh, nope. There we go. I was about to say, man, I may have to pop one of my healing discs, but never mind. We seem to be doing fine. You know what? Let's get crazy. Let's pull him in too. Armor of Mercy is about to drop. We don't want that. So we're going to pop Karzak Mantle. And I'm purposely avoiding Blessed Guardian Discipline. If you know Paladins, you know why. And my mana's starting to get a low. So I'm going to pop Mars Gift, which boosts my mana, stamina, and gives me a free heal. Keep right on going. I'm going to wrap this mob up, and that's probably going to be the end of it. But as you can see, compared to my last video, this is a marked improvement in my survivability, my damage output, especially my damage output. You should have seen me prior to this. This was just... I don't even know how I lived without this at this point. I'm still not entirely sure about that stun, that right there, because I mean this whole time I'm not attacking it, and I should always be hitting something in addition to casting, so I'm probably going to pull that stun. But I'd say this is pretty damn good. Oh, well, I guess we're going to keep this train going. My mana is getting really low, and I could be in some real trouble here. I forgot my mount. Oops. Hand of piety. My 3 instant heal AAs are right here. And yes, I know right where they are at all times. However, boys, I think this one's going to end with me being splattered. Unfortunately, mana. Get this one down, I've got a real shot. Ooh, fingers are a little tight. That's the only downside to this is my hand. I can't do this for as long as most other people do. My hands cramp up. Just keep spurn going and I've got a chance. That's it, boys. I'm out of mana. Alright, I've got to do it now. Guardian Discipline. I'm going to win this if I don't get any other ads, which I shouldn't where I'm sitting. Alright, my Armor of Mercy's back up. That may actually come in handy. We're relaxed. I think we have this. We shouldn't have a problem. Disrupt Persecution and Divine Stun going, and it should be no problem. Spurn, of course, helps. Such trouble, what am I gonna do? Poop. Do it again, Sylvan Enforcer. Do it again. I'm keeping Armor of Mercy in case I get another ad, by the way, before anyone starts complaining I'm not clicking it. There's a reason. Why I'd have to explain that reason to some people, but you know, it is what it is. Some people just like to bitch. And there we go. Haha. That was 5 or 6 mobs, I believe. Now I desperately need to med, but I think we've pretty much established what we're doing here, and it looks pretty good on my end. This is Nazgul 2K1 signing off.